Mark Anti-Bullying Month, one man is on a crusade to root out the practice at schools. Stephen Taylor says he faced physical abuse at school, and today many children dread going to class because they're the targets of bullies. Taylor's been encouraging pupils across Cape Town to speak out against bullying. He joins me now from our Cape Town studios this morning. Stephen, a very good morning to you and thanks for your time. Obviously, as we've said, this comes from your personal experience being a victim of bullying. What are you telling children as you visit schools in Cape Town?
Well, the fact that they're not alone, that this is something that's been going on since I was in school up until now, and since I've been in school up until now, it's sad that not much has changed. I mean, I'm going around telling them that not to lose hope, not to be discouraged, and to know that there is help out there. I mean, they can knock on many doors, and those doors might close on them, but at the end of the day, if they keep fighting, if they keep pushing on, they will get something and somebody will come to their aid and help them out.
Stephen, to anybody who's sitting at home wondering sort of what's the big deal? Why can't you just, fight for yourself, defend yourself? There are bigger problems in the world. What would you say?
I'd say, well, no, I'd say that is wrong because, I mean, most of the problems that we have today are caused from social ills in society. And, of course, that is the bully acting out in school, getting their aggression out in that way. And, of course, the victim as well. We saw just a week ago in Cape Town, a girl, Shanae Roberts, 17 years old, committing suicide from being bullied at school. So, no, there's not more important things. Bullying is one of the most important things, and I think something that seriously affects the matric results at the end of the day because people's mindset are not in the right place to do the work at school.
I think, Stephen, it's become a bit more serious and a bit more complicated since you and I were both in school and bullying was physical. It was a bit of pushing around on the playground. Now we're talking about things like cyberbullying. We're looking at social media, which goes deeper and affects a child's psyche even more than just being, just pushed around on the playground.
That's right. It's become more targeted. I mean, we see videos going on YouTube and on Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that, and kind of bullying becoming the norm and people sharing that and making a joke of it. And it's not a joke. I mean, these are people's lives that are being messed with, and everybody that shares that video is bullying that person and should be, I think the SAPs and everybody should be doing more action to root out this problem, and I think more needs to be done. And there are organizations like SADC that are doing amazing work, and people need to know that they're not alone, that there is outlets that they can go to and people that they can speak to get the help that they need.
And we have to wonder, Stephen, I mean, children these days seem to be more confident. They seem to be braver than we were when we were school kids. They have more resources available to talk to people. Why is it, like in the cases of suicides that we are seeing because of bullying, we find out too little, too late that a child has done this because they were bullied? Why are victims not speaking out? What's preventing them from doing that?
Well, I mean, sadly, we've got a stigma in this country at the moment that if you speak out against bullying, you're weak, you've got nothing going for you. So the schools that I've visited, I've asked children, hey, any questions around bullying? No one wants to speak out. And then I say, look, don't be discouraged, don't be ashamed. Bullying is something that happens, but we need to stamp it out. And then eventually I get loads of people, speaking to me and parents that have thanked me for going to the schools that I've been to. So we need to speak more about it. We've got Anti-Bully Month. We need to see #anti-bully trending on Twitter. We're not seeing that. We've seen that it's Anti-Bully Month, but no one is speaking about it, which I think is sad.
And very quickly for us, Stephen, I mean, just to help parents out there whose children are probably not speaking out about it, what are the signs they need to look out for that their child is possibly being bullied?
Well, obviously, we need to look at their school marks. If they're acting out, if they're doing strange things, like possibly drug use could be one of those things. Being depressed, not being themselves. Staying at home a lot in their room. Stuff that is out of the ordinary. That needs to ring alarm bells for parents. And obviously, they need to sit down with their child and speak to their child and see what is going on with them to try and see what the problem is. And that is all that matters. I mean, the parents are often busy, they're working, and I think that there needs to be an outlet and there needs to be a standard set in schools that the education department says, right, we have this in the life orientation, and bullying needs to be addressed in all forms, and we're not seeing that at the moment.
All right, thank you very much, Stephen Taylor, talking to us about his anti-bullying campaign that he